I want to talk about these reunions, right? These situationships where people are disloyal, manipulative, and unappreciative to the point that they did not care to work on the relationship together. They abandoned the relationship. They left the relationship, and who knows how many bodies they have on their bodies while they were gone. I mean, even if you had got a medical test saying, okay, at least, they're not infected with, a contagious disease, known by man. But they could be infected with a spiritual disease. Because everything has a cost. I don't understand why people don't get it through their heads that everything has a cost. You cannot go out here and have random sex partners and not think that you'll have to pay a cost, right? Because these sex partners, even though they're adults, they're actually investments made by other families. Yes, let's talk about that. The investment of what it costs to raise a child. We're talking security, safety, food, shelter, education. All of that costs over the 15 to 24 years can cost $225,000 to raise a child over the years. So when a man thinks that, he can go and intrude upon the life of another individual, not taking into consideration that this individual had only been created on this planet through the efforts of their family and the resources and energies that it took to raise that child, and then dismiss that child after partaking, of course, like, fucking them over, fucking them every which way they can, and leaving them traumatized, because the average person who even submits themselves to trying on a relationship most of the time are thinking, well, if the relationship is at least good, that, they have indeed a relationship. But most of these guys are not going that route. They're just trying on to throw you down and move on to the next conquest. And that's a violation. It's a violation of the universal laws of give and take. Yes. And because they were not reciprocal to that individual or the family that raised that individual, they have hellified karma to pay. And when I say hellified, I mean it took a family 18 to 20 years to raise a child that they decided to destroy because they just wanted to have wanton sex. So that's the karma that comes along with having sex with arbitrary people. People don't seem to understand that everything has a cost, but it does. So then they wonder, well, why in their next relationship, or whenever their so-called desire to have a true relationship occurs, they have karma to deal with. And these men, especially men, right? Because they like to go through women the same way they go through shoes, or underwear, or whatever the fuck it is that they discard on a regular basis. They can't figure out, well, why is it now they can't manifest? And it's because of the seeds that they sowed, right? I don't know how you all will sit up here and think that you're sowing all of these wild seeds, right? And then now all of a sudden you want to get married, be in a monogamous relationship, but you haven't trained yourself to be in a monogamous relationship. You've trained yourself to be in a Jezebel spirit of wanton sex, trying on partners, trial and error, which even if it was good, you had no intentions on staying there anyway, because that wasn't your intentions in the first place. So, then, now, getting back to the subject, reunion, right? Well, a person left a relationship because they didn't want to work on a relationship. Or they got tempted to go outside of a relationship by the ideal that they thought they had a better opportunity than you, right? So why would you take someone back when they've already demeaned you? They devalued you. I don't care if they wasn't ready. I don't care if they didn't know what to do. The mere fact that they didn't want to work on it with you and decided to leave you is not worthy of a partnership in the future. Therefore, no reunion should be granted. And now, let's also talk about, okay, so maybe they had to get away and think about it. Okay, so they say they had to get away and think about it, but to me, getting away and think about it should be maybe a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks at most of separation, of thinking about it. And that is without having other relationships involved, right? There's a reason why they say that man should pull away from his mother and his father and his friends, and cling to his wife, right? Therefore, they'll be in a true partnership and union. But when they don't, what they're trying to establish is a connection where he is in control of the energy switch. And when he's in control of the energy switch, he can cut you off and therefore cause you to deplete from energy that he now is in control of, and that's where you start getting into the electrical circuitry connections that happen in partnerships, within relationships. Do you understand what I'm saying? They wanted a single circuit type of relationship where they were in control of the switch. So, no, do not reconnect with someone who has that type of formula in mind. At least if you get with someone who's establishing a parallel relationship, a parallel circuitry, at least this person has enough understanding that both people need to be connected to source. Okay? And they also are under the understanding that if they disconnect from source, there's no reconnection. They understand that. There's no reconnection. Not saying that, they can't connect with other people, but of course they would not try to get back into a relationship that obviously didn't work. What makes a relationship work? What makes a relationship work is that you get with a partner that matches or is in harmony with at least 5 of your chakras. Yes, 5 chakras. To have a beautiful relationship, you'll meet with somebody that is in harmony or matches at least 7 of your chakras. Anything less than those 7 or 5 is a failure. And there's no reason to reconnect with that. And I hope I made myself clear in regards to these reunions. But one last message I want to tell you people. Right now, we have all planets in direct for the next 3 months. This is a perfect time to start sowing some seeds that will harvest in March or April or in the near future. Okay? So much love and talk to you later.